Hello and welcome to your daily love reading for Monday, Magical Monday. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And it's also the full moon today as well, so I'm going to bring in quite a few decks of cards. We're going to connect with the energy around you, your person, your journey. They've also given me 2 Ascension symptoms to share with you today as well. And also in the members reading today, so if you are a member or you want to join, you can hit the link in the description box below. I've talked about will you be in union in this lifetime, what your person is thinking, feeling and learning right now to make that happen, okay? So let's connect then and see what's going on. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsxo@gmail.com. So I'm going to bring in the first deck I'm going to shuffle here is the Wisdom of the Oracle. So we're going to get energies around you. What's the message for you today? What's the message for them today, straight out? And what's the energy around the journey on this powerful full moon, which remember is all about release. I'm also going to bring in the energy oracle. So what's the energy around you today? There we go, on that one. What's the energy around them? What's the energy around them today? And what's the energy around the journey? Thank you, angels. We're going to bring in the twin flame journey messages. This is by Mystic Moon. So what's the energy around you today? What's the energy around you today, please? There we go. And what's the energy around them today? And this can be how they're feeling, how you're feeling, or what's being healed. So what's the energy around them today? What's the energy around them today? And what's the energy around the journey itself? Thank you, angels. And then we're going to bring in the Divine Feminine Illumination by Sandra. So what's the energy around you? Jumping straight out. What's the energy around them today? And what's the energy around the journey itself? The energy around the journey. And then I want to bring in my deck, the Twin Flame. What's the energy? So what's the energy around you today? Okay, there it is. I'm going to take them and see what they are. What's the energy around them today? Look at that. We've got union coming in for them. And like I say, I've just spoken the members reading about will you come into union. So that's also very significant that that's come out for them. That's what they're thinking about. That's what they're learning their lessons for, to be with you. And what's the energy around the journey, jumping straight out. And then I'm also going to bring in some tarot. So I'm going to bring in one of my favourite decks, the Tarot of the Celtic Fairies. So what's the energy around you today? What's the energy around them today? Straight out. Look at this movement here, spontaneous action. Something's happening here big time. What's the energy around the journey? And I'm not surprised that card has come out because that's about quick movement, speed, things happening quickly when they've given me 2 Ascension symptoms from my Ascension Oracle deck to share with you today. One being legs and one's being eyes. So let's talk about these Ascension symptoms first. Now, not everyone's going to be experiencing these. You can be experiencing all kinds of Ascension symptoms. And if you want to know what they mean, if you're going through something physical, you can check out my latest Ascension video that I did in the Twin Flames Everything You Need to Know playlist. So I kind of cover everything that you can experience physically and why you go through those things, why you experience them. But if you've been having heavy legs or you've been having pains in the legs, achy legs, restless legs, maybe you bang your leg or you bang your toes or your feet. Legs are connected with movement. So it's about fear around moving forward. Now they want to move forward to you and you want to move forward to them. You both want to be together. However, sometimes fears can get in the way or circumstances or situation. So I feel that fears are being released to be able to make that move, to move forward, not only to communicate and talk again and spend some time together, but to actually move into the union, which is really powerful. For them, we've got the union card and we've got the speed card, because whenever I connect with the Knight of Swords in this deck, I always see to speed because this is a puka and pukas are very fast, okay? Movement. But I'll talk about that when I get to their energy, okay? So legs. Feeling stuck in one place, take it one step at a time. So there's definitely healing taking place around the root chakra right now. So we've been feeling we need to cleanse the sacral chakra, haven't we, and other chakras. I feel cleansing the root chakra and the third eye will be very helpful today. So the first card we've got coming up is legs for that reason. So any issues with legs or your knees are kind of cramping or your legs are cramping, or you're feeling anything like restless leg syndrome at night and you can't relax, it's because there's an urge or an urgency to move forward, to make a change, to do something different. And we've got eyes as well, because the eyes obviously are the windows of the soul. I feel this is more the physical eyes than the third eye, even though the third eye will, if you cleanse your third eye, it will also assist your physical eyes, because it allows you to relax about things and see things differently when you are operating from your third eye. But I feel this is like having runny eyes, grit in the eyes, a feeling of grit in the eyes, or a feeling like something's in your eye, blurry vision, it's because you're not seeing things clearly. So when you don't like what you see in the physical world, it can cause problems in the eyes, So the way to move beyond this is to choose to see things with the eyes of love, not fear, and face what needs to be changed to bring beauty back into life. So if you see something you don't like on social media, their social media, maybe someone else's social media, or you're not liking what you're seeing going on around you, and this is also what they are going through, not liking what they are seeing around them in their physical world because they want to be looking at you, they don't want to be looking at other things, this is a huge sign of change. So eyes and legs. I am getting legs more powerful coming through though, so I feel it would really be beneficial today to cleanse the root chakra. Now let's connect with the energy around you. So we've got by the book, and we've got blossoming abundance, and we've got appreciation. So the first thing I've got coming through here is, if you appreciate everything in your life right now, there'll be a blossoming in your life. There'll be abundance flowing in. So being grateful, appreciating yourself, appreciating this journey, appreciating life, appreciating all your blessings, remembering how blessed you are instead of how stressed you are. All these things bring in more of what you desire. More abundance, more love, more support, more joy. And that means doing things differently than by the book. And what I'm really feeling here is you do things differently than other people do. A lot of people in this reality do things by the book. They do things the way they're told to do things, the way that they think they should do things, because that's what society says, or that's what their family have always done, or that's what people tell them to do. But you throw the book away. So it's like if you get a guidebook with a deck of cards, for example, like this guidebook with the energy oracle. Most of us don't go into the guidebook. We just kind of throw the guidebook away, metaphorically speaking. We toss it away because we listen to our intuition and our own heart and soul instead of what it says in the book. That's why if you're reading cards, it's always better to connect with your intuition than to go by a meaning of it. Like, right, this card's come out, so it's got to mean this, it's got to mean that. Your intuition will be speaking to you constantly. So this is about you doing things differently than how other people do things. And what you're teaching your person is that they don't need to continuously do things by the book. They don't need to continuously live their lives based upon what they've always done, or what people say they should do, or what they think is right because someone says it at some point in their life. What they need to do is follow their heart and their intuition, and you teach them that. Now, there is things you'll do by the book to bring in more abundance and blossoming abundance. So you may be at work and you do things by the book. So there will be rules and certain regulations that you have to adhere to. This is also about, being a good citizen and being a righteous person, all of that. But in your intuition and in your spiritual life, you know that you can't do things by the book. That's why this journey is ruled by the heart. It's not about logic, it's about love. That's why people don't get it who are going by the book, because they think, oh, you shouldn't feel that way because they're with someone, or if they really loved you, they'd be behaving like this, because they're looking at this with logic by the book, not throwing that away and trusting the intuition and the heart. So I feel this is also you appreciating yourself for the way you handle things and the way you do things differently than the way other people do. So this is about you being strong and knowing your worth and value and appreciating you and valuing you, remembering you are a rare diamond and you are strong and you've been created that way through the things you've gone through. So you deserve to have abundance in your life. You deserve to have things blossom in your life. And they give me fear, so let go of any fears, because what God wants to give you all the joy and the beauty and the magic. And I spoke in the members reading today about the garden and the gate. So it's like the garden is like union, or the abundance, or everything you seek. And at the right time, that gate will open so you can go in the garden. Everything will be given to you at the right time. Now we've got, I just wasn't ready for you. So what you have to understand is, if they aren't ready for you, you aren't ready for them. And this is hard to comprehend because you may feel ready. You may feel like, I'm ready for this relationship. I'm ready to take this to the next level. I'm ready. But then you get triggered by something. You go into fear. Or you get angry about the timings. Or something comes up and you think, hang on, I've got to heal that first. So it's about knowing that you weren't ready either. And when you recognise that, it's easier to handle because you remember, okay, I'm learning too. And then you don't blame them, you don't blame God, you don't blame anything. You just celebrate everything instead and appreciate everything instead. So this is about you recognising, yes, they weren't ready for you, but you weren't ready for them. And it is hard, when you really think you're on the verge of a breakthrough, or you feel like, yeah, we're going to be together now, and then it doesn't go that way. And I've been there on my own journey recently, and it's very painful. But when you actually observe it in a higher way, you say, well, yeah, I wasn't ready either. And you recognise why. Instead of beating yourself up thinking, I should have done this, I should have done that. You feel like home to me. And this is, again, something I talk about in the members reading, very mirrored here. So you feel like home to me. You know that you belong together. You know that you are meant to be. It's a feeling, it's a knowingness. So appreciate that feeling. Appreciate that knowingness. Don't be angry because you're not yet together, because you are one. So you feel like home to each other because you're meant to be. I feel badly for the way I treated you. You didn't deserve that. Now, obviously, they may have treated you a certain way, but you may have also treated them a certain way. You may have said things you regret or done things you regret. So I definitely feel this also about forgiveness and forgiving the self for things you may have done. Because so often we look at the things they are doing wrong or the things they've done, but we forget to look in the mirror sometimes at ourselves. So I feel this is like giving yourself a real, honest kind of look at what's going on right now, a real honest evaluation of why you may not be ready either. And it may be because you're learning to receive, you're learning to allow, you're learning to take a step back, you're learning to fully surrender. Because you might be thinking, well, why isn't this happening? But you're still chasing, or you're still trying or overgiving when you're being guided to allow. So affirm, I am balancing giving and receiving. And I feel that's something you have to, and we all have to as Divine Feminine, but something you have to heal to be able to come into union. Because obviously we have to balance the energies of the masculine and feminine aspects of ourselves. Because even though you may be a feminine watching this part of the reading, if you're constantly reaching out, trying, initiating, you're trying to dominate your masculine side. And you've got to step back into the feminine in a balance. So understand that life is all about give and take, and that the universe is always working to give you all that you desire. Well, God is always working to give you what you desire. Remember, while you are waiting, God is working. And it's never about waiting for them to reach out, waiting for them to do this or that. It's about living your life and appreciating life and working on service and doing things that light you up inside. But the angels say, while you feel you're in that waiting space, God is working. Even if you can't see it, it's happening behind the scenes. So the universe is always working to give you all that you desire, as long as it's for your highest good. So remember, you might think, why isn't it happening now? Because it's not for your highest good in that moment. Because God knows the right time. He will open the gate to your garden at the right time. So you may be frustrated, kind of going on that gate and, doing this on the bars and trying to climb over the gate, but you can't get over, or the alarms are going off. And it's because it's not the right time. It's not ready yet. So the angels say, give to others and also open your arms to receive all that's meant for you. Open your arms to allow it to come in. I feel this is what you're learning. Now, for some of you, we've got within 6 months. So for some of you, everything you desire, all the things you're asking for, all this blossoming abundance is going to be coming in within 6 months. So we're in May right now as I record this in real time. But obviously, whenever you're drawn to this video, it's timeless. But within 6 months, as I do this right now, we've got June, July, August, September, October, November. So by the end of the year, it's very likely you're going to have what you desire, or you're going to be closer to it than you've been before. And this isn't just about being with your person. This is about things you want to manifest, whatever's on your vision board coming in for you within 6 months, because you are appreciating where you are, you're surrendering, and you're having faith in who you are. Some of you may even travel. So there could be some travel coming in within 6 months for you to go somewhere, do something. This could be with them, or it could be by yourself. It could be you doing something for you, going somewhere for you. Now, your intuition is needed, because this is reminding you that you know this truth. Okay, I recognize that I am still learning to receive equally, that I'm learning to surrender. I do know that they love me and care about me, no matter how things seem on the surface. That it may have seemed like they weren't ready for me, but also I wasn't ready for them. So that's why your intuition is needed. Because especially if you're feeling things are moving forward, you feel an urgency, or you're going into any form of anxiety, because it will make more sense when we connect with their cards, because obviously they've got this urgency to make a move. Now we've got healing is happening if there's been any arguing. So if you've argued with them, or maybe you've said things you regret, like we've talked about here, I feel badly for the way I treated you, you didn't deserve that. So if you've argued with them, or they've argued with you, or there's been any arguing, there's a healing taking place. Healing is happening so that you resolve things and sort things out. And again, we've got this rushing forward message. Things are going to move forward as you move towards June. Now, obviously, we've got within 6 months for things to move forward big time, in a big way. But this is them coming towards you, and this is what you can feel right now. And I feel it's because you've been manifesting this, calling to them through the higher realms, setting your intentions, talking to your angels. So you're really calling them in. So I do feel there's an anxious energy about, because you feel something's coming. You feel them coming. You may feel that you want to rush in because they are wanting to rush in. So again, before you act, just take a moment to breathe and process and think, am I the one always trying? And if you are, you've got to let them try. Let them make the move. Let it be equally balanced, because I do feel the rushing in. Now, the energy around them right now, we've got regeneration. And the angel of love is assisting with that, because they still love you. Look at this. I still love you. And they're saying that to you. I still love you. I love you still, regardless of what's happened. What they are doing right now is gathering the strength they need, and the courage and the bravery and everything else, to be able to move towards you to tell you this. I still love you. They want to communicate that to you. They want to communicate that to you. And that's why they want to be in union with you. And that's why they're moving towards union with you, because they still love you. And the angel of love is all around them. So I definitely feel the romance angels, the little cupids, are assisting your person with reminders of you, feelings about you, feeling connected to you, knowing where they belong with you. And they're regenerating. So I feel Archangel Michael helping them. I feel Archangel Jophiel helping them to remember your beauty and light, because they do still love you. They're just getting their energy back to be able to move forward, because that's what they're doing. They want to take action. Now, also, this card is a symbol that sometimes they may act before they think, and then they go into fear. So again, you've got to give them time, because this is really a clear message that you're going to be in union. They are dreaming about it, and they may be offering something to you to come back together. So a social invitation is about them reaching out to you and inviting you to do something. Do you want to meet up? Do you want to talk? Do you want to go somewhere? Do you want to have a conversation? Whatever it is. So they may well invite this to you on social media. So you may receive a message through social media. I also feel you could be somewhere that they are. So they may get invited to the same place as you if you're in the same circle, or you work together, or you're in the same community, or there's an opportunity for that. But remember, if you live on opposite sides of the world, I feel this could well be an invitation that comes through social media. So this could be them liking your social media post, following you on social media, sending you a message through social media, or it could be that you receive a message through the internet, so online. You may receive an email from them or some kind of interaction. But I feel they want to move it forward, and they are intending to. And this is what they want to bring in, playfulness. They want to play. So they don't want to make it super serious straight away. They want to play. Now, that doesn't mean that they just want you for a one-night stand or they're just going to mess you around. It means they want to enjoy you. They want to see you smile. They want to see you laugh again. They want to flirt. They want to make it light-hearted. And if you're seeing dolphins, that's why. It says, I'm incorporating play into my life. So they want to enjoy you. And they want to enjoy the time they spend with you. And they want to spend their playtime, which is the time they've got off work or time they have for themselves with you. They want to spend that time with you. So, and that's what I'm really connecting with. You know, when they aren't busy doing other things like working or whatever, they want to spend that time with you. It says, by making time for play and ensuring that they are not taking life too seriously at all times, they can have fun and do things that fill their life with joy, which in turn helps to raise their vibration. So being with you raises their vibration. Being with you brings in joy. And they know that. So when they think about union, when they think about life with you, they see it as playful and fun. They don't see it as serious. It's not that you're not going to have those serious times. Of course you will. Life can get very serious at times. But they see a union with you as something beautiful and joy-filled and magical and playful and passionate and travel and everything, all these things. And these are things coming in within 6 months. So the energy around the connection, we've got orphaned, and we've also got poised, and we've got the 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. So the first thing I'm feeling here is your third eye is being cleansed. So I'm not surprised we got the eye coming up, you know, in the Ascension symptom here, because you may also be getting some tension headaches around the third eye because they are being guided to look at things through their intuition and through their higher self, and so are you. So the third eye is being cleansed by Archangel Metatron. And Archangel Metatron is also connected with divine timing. And he may be showing you previews about your union or about things you are manifesting through your third eye or through the things you physically are seeing. And they give me fear. So you have to release fear if you are seeing things in the energy of fear, not love. So for example, if you see a couple holding hands, are you getting excited about that, seeing there as, wow, that's coming in for me? That's something I'm being shown that this is moving into my reality. Or are you jealous of them and thinking, why have they got that when I haven't? So it's about seeing it the right way and having confidence in who you are. I love this card's come out because when I see this poise card, I see this as being confident and knowing that you can have everything that you truly do want. And we've got orphaned because you when you're not together, you sometimes feel that way. You feel like you're missing something because when you're together, you feel whole. You know, you feel complete. It's like if you, say, for example, you're feeling like I don't know, I'll give you an example. You've got an achy arm and you come together with your twin, that pain goes because you feel healed. So when you're not together, it feels painful sometimes, physically and emotionally. And you may feel like you've been orphaned. You feel like you're left alone. Now, many of you will be, you'll feel like an orphan because you may have lost your mum and your dad. But remember, you are not ever alone because you have God. God is your father. So you're never alone. So I am seeing this as well as someone right now maybe missing their mum and dad. Maybe they've lost their parents recently. But God is our real Father in heaven. God is our true Father. So it's about knowing that when you come together, you feel whole and complete. So have faith in this journey right now because sometimes we don't see things clearly. And when the third eye is blocked, we have to heal that. We've got, I should have been more honest with you about how I was feeling at the time. So they really do regret not telling you that they still love you because they do. And you may be regretting some of the things you did or said. So there's going to be an opportunity coming in, maybe through a social invitation or when you come together to have this honest conversation with each other. And the best way to handle that is kindness. To be kind to each other, to be loving to each other. Instead of dredging up the past and going over what they said or what you did, or just be kind. So the opportunity is coming not only to have an honest conversation, but to be kind. It says, being the beautiful soul that you are, you can continuously spread much needed love and kindness in the world. So affirm, I am always practicing kindness. So when you come together, you're going to have the opportunity to heal. Because look at this, the time apart creates a healing. And healing is needed sometimes. And that's why they give me a little block in the throat chakra there. Now they are in a lot of regret about things they've done or not done. You know, this is also wanting to make that change and wanting to make something right and wanting to come forward to you. So I'm definitely feeling they want to apologise for something they've done that they regret. And this can also be making the wrong choices or making a bad decision, a huge mistake, like going back to a karmic situation or perhaps going to a party and messing around with someone or whatever they've done in the past, or just hurting you in some way. But you may also have regret too about things you've done or said, or it's like you're both in your head. You're both in your head about each other and wanting to come together. You both want to come together. But what I'm also seeing here as well is that they want to be the one to make the effort to come to you. Because you're on the edge of this cliff here, you can't go any further. But they can come to the cliff to you over this water. So this is about coming back together, because when you're together, you feel like the cat that got the cream. You feel like you can't get enough. And that's also can cause problems sometimes, because that can put you into obsessive energy, chasing energy. But this is what's been overcome. They can't get enough of you. When you have a taste of each other, it's addictive. It's like a drug. And the power of the love. So I feel that this is also the universe guiding you back together to have an honest conversation, because they still love you and they do want to tell you that. So I feel this is a huge message again about the universe creating the way to bring you together, because that's God's plan. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.